Commonwealth County. I'd like to thank the folks from the Academies for being here to listen, and I really hope you're taking what folks say here to heart. I know that your report will be centered on achieving a form of objectivity. We'll get to that maybe in a minute. I don't really have a bunch of technical comments, and I know sometimes these reports come down to technical comments. A lot of people in this very room are extremely experienced with working with Virginia DEQ now and giving technical comments and having them unfortunately not matter. But I'd like to just talk about power a little bit and talk about where things seem to be headed, regulatory climate here in Virginia. Some of y'all are from Virginia, some are not, tuning in from very far away. I'd be interested to hear what the person from Montana DEQ has to say about all this. But corporate America, companies like Dominion, $100 billion company now. What are they? And corporate Canada, I'm sure as well, come to places like Buckingham County, and they look at the water and they look at the air and they say it's good enough to pollute. And they go to the regulators, and the regulators from DEQ say, you're right, it's good enough to pollute. It's better than the rest of the state. The air here is better than the rest of the state. The water here, in some cases, better than the rest of the state. Sure as hell better than it is in Richmond. And it's good enough to pollute. And that is the mindset that people in this county have been fighting for more than 6 years, throwing off the abuse of Dominion Energy, who still owes us a lot in overcharges on our electric bill, by the way, hundreds of millions of dollars. And we have a regulatory climate that was already bad, and now there's a country club neo-fascist in the governor's mansion who is making it his job to erode every meaningful public institution in the Commonwealth that deals with trying to make sure that people have a livable future, okay? He's about business, he's about making money, he's from the Carlisle group, okay? So he doesn't care about people here in Buckingham County. He's going to fill the DEQ and the top floor of that institution and others with other people who don't care and who have industry ties. So here's what I really hope happens, that you take all of these things to heart and you put it down in writing in a way that cannot be ignored. This is not testimony that is meant to be manipulated by corporations and a state regulatory agency that's way off track to then turn around and say that none of that matters. I'm sorry, I'm almost finished here. It's about privatizing profits, socializing costs, and this county has been through that movie before, and it's a nightmare, and it needs to stop. So what I hope does not happen is that this report comes out, corporations are allowed to manipulate it in whatever they want, whatever way they want. They get lobbyists, they go to Richmond, they buy up all the politicians, they fill all their offices with money, they fill the DEQ up with people who are going to do what they want to do, and they come in here and they create a monstrosity that people are stuck here with for the rest of their lives, and several generations of people are going to get rare cancers, they're going to have their air and water ruined, and there will be corporate structures that have no responsibility, and they just get to leave and go home. And so I hope that this organization, despite having funding from the Department of Defense, U.S. Agency for International Development, Department of Energy, and the Department of Commerce, the way I understand it, can be, as much as it is able, a champion for voices here, people like Ella Rose, who are going to be living 150 feet from a 56,000 horsepower compressor station. We're not going to have it. So what people desire is, right, man from the Board of Supervisors, what people desire, it's right. They desire clean air, they desire clean water. More than they desire it, they need it to live. Nobody here needs more gold. Can you want to clean it?